Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to be sewing on our patches. I'm going to give you the freedom to decide what type of design you would like to create. And we're talking about specifically the rich history of the Black Masking Indians. Okay, in the background, we have a video that was created by Big Chief Damon Melicon from the Young Seminole Hunters. Not only is he Indian, but he also is a documentary producer. So the video will be on YouTube, on your Google Classroom. Uh, I'm going to show you how to tack down your beads, how to put the beads down on the canvas. I'm going to give you a little bit of history on the Black Masking Indians and why they masked. Okay? What I want you to walk away with, besides beading, is the resiliency of people in African American culture, and understand who some of the chiefs are and their importance. Okay, so in New Orleans specifically, you have the Maroons, and what the Maroons were, people who were on plantations, the Africans, who would run off into the native Indian villages. And the Indians accepted them, and so they pay homage to them by wearing these elaborate suits. Okay, you have Maroons in other places too, not just in the United States, but in the Caribbean, in the UK, and in Haiti. And they all were not willing to be subjected to having their body used for free labor. So they would often run off to the Indians. And the Indians took them in because they had similar customs. They ate similar foods. The spirituality was very similar. So you will see how people are honoring the Indians in various places around the world. 1804, Haitian emancipated their slaves. England came back in 1807 and emancipated their slaves. It wasn't until 1863 in the United States that slavery was officially abolished by President Abraham Lincoln. However, not all slaves found out that they were free on that particular day. So if you were a slave master, you didn't necessarily want your slaves to go out and have their own life and to be able to make their own living because you had free labor. So these dates are very important. There will be an assessment on Google Classroom that I'd like for you to participate in, talking about who the chiefs are and these important dates. Okay, some of the chiefs in New Orleans are Howard Miller with the Creole Wild West. You have Big Chief Bo Dallas with the Wild Magnolias. You have Tootie Montana with the Yellow Pocahontas. And you have Big Chief Victor Harris with Fayaya. Monk Boudreaux with the Golden Eagles. All right. They not only masked to honor the Indians, but they sing, dance, and have performances and have traveled the world with their art. So what I'm doing here is I have tacked down these beads and I am going in between every two here so they stay down on the canvas. So Maroon was one who ran away from the plantation. They were often called feral cattle or beasts That's not true. People wanted to say that Africans had no history, no value, no culture, and they made many contributions to history and science and technology since the beginning of time. So when you want to keep somebody enslaved, or you often don't tell them who they are or the value that they actually possess. You come to them with a lot of negativity, and this is what is still being done to people of color in our society today, and people are rebellious against the negative stereotypes. So what you have is in the textbooks, you often don't see a lot of African American history, especially as it relates to art. Uh, they don't want you to know what your people have been doing. Folks like Elizabeth Catlett, Samela Lewis, Artist Lane, John Biggers, um, Howardina Pendell, the chiefs that I just mentioned, unfortunately, in contemporary textbooks that are used in classrooms, their names they're not there. So you have to have a teacher who knows that history to bring it to you, or you have to be able to go to the library or do some research and find out who these trailblazers are in art. Because in every respected art form, whether it's painting, photography, sculpture, beading, you have someone of color who was there, who was magnificent, making this art. So here again, I'm stringing the beads on the canvas, one at a time, and then I'm going to tack them down. And as they say, it takes a whole year to make an Indian suit. That is so true. So I'm going to go into this groove, so I'm going to add one more. The Indians also participate in singing and dancing. So you have Indian practice where you learn the songs and how to dance. Very, very beautiful culture that is highly respected. So I'm tacking these down. I'm going through every two right now, because if I don't, they'll just be loose, very loose like this, where I can move them, and I don't want them to move. And the canvas board is giving me extra support. So when I'm sewing, I often listen to music, Indian music. I I do a lot of research on the patches, the designs of the suits, what a woman will wear, because I match with Fayaya. So we often wear dresses, so I'll have a headpiece, I'll have patches on the front of my dress, I'll have on my boots, I may have on a collar that has a design on it. On my arms, I will have patches on my arms. So you can never have to make too many patches, because you have to, you wear them. Okay? So our suits will have a theme to it, and it's just pretty amazing and fantastic to be able to participate in this glorious culture. So this is what the patch is starting to look like. Thank you.